Friends, welcome to Communication Skills for Everyone. In this video, let us learn debate. What is debate? A debate is not just any argument or disagreement. It is a formal, structured, rule governed discussion in which individuals or teams present opposing viewpoints on a clearly defined topic or motion. That's what a debate requires: evidence based reasoning. Arguments must be backed by credible data, logical inference, or authoritative sources. Clear logical structure. Points are presented in a systematic way, often with opening statements, rebuttals, and closing summaries. Persuadable delivery. Success in debate isn't just about having the right facts, it is about presenting them in a way that convinces judges or an audience. How debate differs from casual discussion. So, discussion and debate. So, discussion is informal, may jump from topic to topic. This is casual discussion. It presents personal opinions, often enough, may not aim to win or unstructured flow. Whereas academic debate, it is strictly sticks to the motion. It requires citations, frameworks, models. It clearly aims to prove one side stronger, and also it follows time limits, rules like opening, rebuttal, cross examine, closing, like that. So at higher education levels, debate becomes an extension of scholarly discourse. It is closely uh, attempt to defending thesis work in vivas, proposal defense, participating in panel discussions at academic conferences, preparing for job interview or professional reviews. So, why is debate important for advanced learners? Debate isn't simply a soft skill for advanced learners, it deeply interlinks with the very heart of academic inquiry and professional impact. So, what are the academic benefits? So, it encourages critical analysis of complex issues. At postgraduate level, topics are often multidimensional, like this House would ban patents on COVID vaccines. Debaters must dissect economic, ethical, legal, and public health angles, questioning assumptions rather than accepting surface narratives. It also develops the ability to evaluate multiple perspectives. It enhances research skills. So, communication and soft skills. It improves public speaking and academic presentation skills. It also strengthens listening and rapid analytical response. Debate builds confidence under pressure, and also it highly valued in policy making, law, management, teaching, and research. Logical structuring of arguments translate to writing. It prepares for cross examination settings. So let us look at the summary why debate is crucial for advanced learner. First one, academic. Right, academically, they develop critical thinking, multi-prospective analysis, sourcing credible evidence. In research writing, organizational arguments logically, citing studies to back claim. In oral defense, like handling tough questions in viva voces or conferences or seminars. As a professional, making compelling cases to funders, boards, or policy panels. Last, soft skills. It may come under scrutiny, eloquent speech, precise language. Let us look at what are the different types of debates commonly in practice. 1. Parliamentary debate. 2. Oxford style debate. 3. Lincoln Douglas debate. 4. Panel debate. 5. Cross examination debate. So there are 5 types of debates. Let us look at the first one, parliamentary debate. So we know that mimics debates held in legislative assembly like Indian Parliament, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, right? Typically involves two teams: government or proposition, and opposition. So it includes structured speeches, rebuttals, and point of information, short interjections by the opposing team to challenge or seek clarification. So if you watch parliamentary sessions, you will get to know how this debate happens. So, task, quick thinking, and spontaneous argumentation is required. So develop skills in handling interruptions, formulating responses on the fly, and strategic time divisions within a team. Right, this is important. Typical moments: this house would ban political donations by corruptions, something like that. Second one, Oxford style debate. In this, there are two sides argue for a against a clearly defined motion. Often includes an audience vote before and after the debate to measure how many hands were changed by the arguments. So maybe this is focuses on persuasion over merely winning technical points. Third one, Lincoln Douglas debate. This is named after historic debates between Abraham Lincoln and Stephen Douglas on slavery. Usually, a one on one debate is focusing on ethical, moral, philosophical values. We find this kind of debate generally in American elections because it encourages deep exploration of abstract principles like justice, liberty, equality. It demands constructing a value framework, defining moral priorities, and applying them consistently. Third one, panel debate. So, panel debate involves multiple speakers or experts, each presenting a different perspective on a common theme. Often concludes with an interactive question and answer session with the audience or moderators. Why this is important? We can say this mimics academic conference or expert panels, preparing students for real world interdisciplinary discussions. Last one, cross examination debate. So, after main arguments, debaters engage in direct questioning of the opposition side to expose weaknesses or clarify ambiguities. So, it builds skills in analytical listening and targeted probing, much like academic peer reviewers or thesis defenses. So, there's one why this matter for graduate students. Maybe we can say that. So, let us look at what is the structure of debate. When we look at the structure of debate, so it has three parts like opening statements. So in each side, it may be proposition or opposition delivers prepared speeches presenting their core arguments in favor or against the motion. So usually 3 to 5 minutes for a speaker will be given on this. The purpose of the opening is to lay down the foundation of your case. Clearly define your stance and establish the framework you will use. It may be ethical, economic, legal, or so on and so forth. So begin with a compelling hook. So it should be very important. A striking statistic or rhetorical question or a real world example. Clearly define key terms in the motion. It's also important to avoid ambiguity. Provide a roadmap. So if you provide the roadmap, maybe that's easy for them. The second part is rebuttal. So in rebuttal, speakers directly address and challenge the arguments made by the opposing side. It highlights logical fallacies, outdated or weak evidence, contradictions, or unintended consequences in their position. The purpose of rebuttal is to discredit or weaken the opposition's case so that your own argument stands stronger by contrast. Shows judges you are not only persuasive but also intellectually engaged with the other side. Third stage of the debate structure, cross examination or interjections. Either through formal cross examination periods like cross ex, Lincoln, Douglas, or points of information in parliamentary debates, speakers directly question their opponents. The purpose is to expose gaps or contradictions in their opposition's reasoning, to force them to make clarifications that can later be turned against them in your rebuttal or summary. The closing statements or summary, the last structure, each side reiterate their strongest arguments, highlights how they addressed the opposition, and makes a final persuasive appeal to solidify your case in the minds of judges or audience, ensuring that the last thing they remember is the strength of your arguments. To tie your points back to the core values of the motion. This is an important one. Preparing for a debate. So, use academic journals, policy papers, credible reports, case studies, not just central websites. Be aware of both sides of the argument, right? Maybe you are affirmative or negative. but you have to know both the sides of it. And organize content, structure arguments with claims, supporting evidence, examples, and logical reasoning. Prepare statistics, codes, and recent developments. Anticipate rebuttals. Have data ready to counter likely challenges, and use very professional academic vocabulary and precise language. Avoid generalizations and unverified claims. So always be link each argument to the motion explicitly. Use frameworks like cause and effect, problem solution, cost benefit to organize points. Maybe you can use it. Generally, what is the evaluation criteria? So their evaluation criteria are generally mostly on what is the content, how you organize it, and what is the language and style, repetition, delivery, time management. These are most important evaluation criteria. Maybe the content, first one, content, how depth and quality of arguments, how use of evidence is important. Right, use of evidence. For example, according to the 2023 Lancet study, countries with universal health care model demonstrated 27% lower mortality from preventable diseases. Something like vague. Most people think that is a vague statement. So that's what content should be used cleverly. And next, organization. Organization should go in logical flow, coherence of points. You should connect language, academic language, fluency, impactful phrases, you have to use it. Reputation, ability to challenge opposing arguments. And delivery, you should be confident, and voice modulation, I maintain a proper eye contact, time management. So your completeness within the allotted time, so don't take more time. So you have given 5 minutes, you have to conclude your speech in 5 minutes. It may be team or individual, you have to be very uh, conscious about the time. What this is about evaluation criteria. So in the conclusion, we can say this immediate goal of debate might seem to be out arguing your opponent at the level. Debating serves for more profound academic, intellectual, and professional purposes. It shapes you into a rigorous thinker, an articulate communicator, and a reflective scholar. So these three parts may happen if you are in. So finally, so winning argument is all about building scholarly mindset, becoming intellectually versatile, equipping yourself for real world scenarios. Thank you for watching. Subscribe Communication Skills for Everyone for more academic and educational videos.